All right, forget it. We're just gonna start this video. I spent way too much time thinking about it. Anyway, welcome to my channel. This is the Mr. Business channel. I'm gonna be your host, Q. So anyway, why I'm making this channel, let me give you a little bit of backstory. So I've been spending years learning about finance and credit, everything that you don't learn in school, and some of which I learned from other influencers up to a certain point where you get behind, they put information behind a paywall. And I just got to the point where I just got so fed up that I was just like, forget it. I'm going to go out and find the information myself. Granted, I've been all over the place trying to find information. I'm always learning. I'm not saying I'm no expert. But what I am saying is I'm giving you everything I know and everything I continue to learn right here on this channel for free. So, what I'm going to say now is, okay, I got my notes put up here. So the first thing I want to talk about, this very first video, I think the basics is I'm going to be going over credit score and kind of how it breaks down. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, straight to the point, because I want to make these small little bite-sized nuggets for you to digest, whether you're on your way to work, you're on your way to school, on your way home, right before you go to bed, or right before dinner. Wherever the case may be, you can listen to it nice, quick, and succinctly, and then you have all the information you need. So anyway, with that being said, if you find value on this channel, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Be sure that if you want something you want to add, or comments, or any subjects that you may think that you want me to cover or research further into, let me know. I'd be more than happy to oblige and give you that information. But anyway, the whole point of this is I just got fed up with trying to find out information, and then pretty much everywhere I went where I thought somebody was knowledgeable, they end up trying to sell me information. And just for the record here, what I'm going to tell you is my advice is you can find everything you need to know as far as finance, credit, running a business, all this stuff for free. You do have to do some due diligence, so it is some legwork, but I don't think it's worth paying anyone to give you the information that is for free. But anyway, to each their own. Everybody has their own hustle. But like I said, on this channel, I'm not going to be selling you any mastermind courses or anything like that. Everything I'm going to say is going to be straight here, right here on the camera. And by the way, I'm going to be messing up because I'm just speaking my mind. And it's not rehearsed because, like I said, this stuff's just been sitting in my head. So I was like, and I've been talking with a few people like I work with, even with my kids, and I've been teaching them the stuff I've been learning. And I just thought, why not give it to a few more people? So, first of all, we're going to start with the basics with your FICO score. That's what most banks use nowadays. And of course, each type of bank and type of accounts or applications that you apply for is going to have a different type of formula. But for the basics, is your FICO score is going to be the meat and potatoes and all that in a bag of chips, right? So it consists of 5 different sections, right? I keep looking down here at my screen and the camera's up here. But so anyway, so you got 5 different categories. You're going to have your payment history, which is 35% of your FICO. So actually, let me rewind real quick. So your FICO is made up of 550 points. It starts at 300. It maxes out 850. Don't confuse this with a Vantage score that you may see on Credit Karma. That's pretty much a useless score. But anyway, I do use Credit Karma, by the way. I use Credit Karma for just tracking my credit report, not actually what my credit score is going to be. But anyway, so as far as your FICO goes, it starts at 300, it goes up to 850. So if you do the math there, that's 550 points, right? And I'll probably make another video breaking this further down as to how everything plays out. But this is just to give you a basic overview of your FICO score. So the biggest and the most important, worth 192.5 points, is your payment history. That's 35% of your credit score. So keep that in mind. It's like you miss a payment, you know, that can knock your credit score way, way, way down. Now, granted, if you got, you know, 7 or 8 different credit cards, you know, missing one payment is going to be as big of an impact as if you have 2 credit cards and you miss a payment. You know, you have 2 credit cards, you miss a payment, you know, then you're taking a really big ding. But anyway, 35% of your credit score is just payment history. That's a huge chunk. That is the biggest chunk of your FICO score. That's also the quickest way you could improve on your credit if you currently do have payment accounts. The number two is going to be your credit utilization, um, which is basically how much credit are you using of borrowed money. So if you have a credit card that has $1,000 credit limit and you're using $700, you are using 70% of your credit utilization. So not good. And you may have heard all these other people say stick to keeping your revolving credit around 30%. But like again, this is another big chunk of your credit score. So if you wonder why your credit score isn't getting higher, you're keeping it that under the 30%. Well, the issue is that you're keeping it under 30% instead of the 10%. So if you want to maximize how many points, I want to say you get 150 points max, it needs to be underneath that 10%, which would be excellent, considered excellent. 30 under 30% was considered good. So your range of your numbers are going to change there a little bit. And of course, like I said, this video may be maybe a little wonky here, but like I said, I'm not going to do any edits or anything because I want to let you know everything I'm telling you is raw, it's uncut, is coming straight to the point here. So and like I said, everything I've learned over all this time of just piling this stuff in my head, I got to get it out. So as soon as I get out of this video, I'm going to forget about it. Just kidding. But anyway, so here, back to my notes here. So, okay, so your credit utilization. So how much available credit do you have? And again, there's lots of tricks and hacks that you can use on how that reports. So like I said, you could max out your credit card, but if you pay that down before the reporting date, it's not going to have an impact to your credit report. And again, I could make a video on that and stuff later too, but like I said, this is the very first video. I don't want to overwhelm anybody. Just want to give you some basic information so at least you can understand when you see your credit score, you can understand maybe what you're doing now, what you could be doing to help increase your credit score. So anyway, so your credit utilization is 30%. The next one is your length of your credit history. This is something you can't hack, you can't fake. This is worth 15%. It's not as big. This is the third largest. So the length of your credit history, of course, is it's going to measure the average across all of your accounts. So from every time you open a brand new account, it's of course going to drop that average age of your credit limit. So keep that in mind too. But again, that's only 15% of your credit score, but it's still it's going to affect you. But the same point is that is one thing that you can't really cheat. It's going to just take time to get there. So like I said, it's 15% of your credit score. So obviously if you're 18 years old, you just started establishing credit, there's no way you're going to have a 850. Not that you need that anyway. Technically you don't need anything above a 740, I think, basically, because anything at 740 or higher, you're going to get your best interest rates you're going to get on any type of loan or anything like that. So anyway, moving down the checklist. So the last two here, you got credit mix or types of credit. You have a little bit of different type of phrases there. So that's just basically is what other, do you have installment loans? Do you have revolving credit? Do you have a mortgage? You got to have a nice little mix. You can have department store cards and stuff like that. But basically banks want to see that you have handled different types of accounts and that you're in good standing with those accounts. But again, there is 10%. So, and that's tied with the last one, which is new credit. New credit and length of credit, obviously you can tell it kind of goes hand in hand. But what the new credit is just basically saying, when was the last time you got a credit line or a department store card or auto loan or home loan? So if you're applying for new credit cards like every month, it's going to look bad. It's going to look like you need money. And the way banks look at consumers is they want to lend money to people who don't need it versus people who need it. They don't want to lend that money because you're going to look like a huge risk. So, everything's kind of backwards, but the banks are in it to make money. So you got to just understand the game. So anyway, if you break down all of that, you have your total of your 550. So obviously those last two are worth only 55 points. But like I said, the two main things that usually gets people is the credit utilization and their payment history. And payment history pretty much has to be like perfect. Anything up below like a 99% payment history is gonna ding you. It's gonna ding you from being having an excellent payment history. But anyway, like I said, I didn't want to ramble this on too long. But like I said, this is the first video. I just want to get it out there because I work overnight, so I'm tired, and I will get some more information out there and start deep diving into more of the credit explanations and some tips and tricks there, some hacks, how to dispute, anything you may want to find out. That I'm not gonna have some class hidden anywhere. So, like I said, everything I'm gonna have is gonna be right here on this channel. I might even, I might upload some things on my Instagram, short little tips and tricks like that. But for the most part, all the, I guess all the nitty gritty and all the due diligence is going to be right here on this channel. So, and it's going to be free. And like I said, what I'm going to try to do is I'll keep these videos 20 minutes or shorter. If they run longer, it's going to be rare, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to keep it about 15 to 20-minute videos. And with that being said, like I said, this is my brand new channel. And like I said, I just want to get that information out there. So make sure if I give you any value, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Add some comments, ask some questions. Let me know what you thought. If anything you want to add or any questions, I'll make sure I try to read it and respond to it. But other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you. Peace.